Hi guys, welcome back to your own channel. How are you? I hope you are doing fabulous. What's up? Today we will start another chapter, Glimpses of India, Coorg, written by Lokesh Abrol. So first of all, let I know the meaning of glimpses. Glimpses means any view, any scene or vista of where of India. So this time we are getting on a tour to Coorg. Let's assume with the help of words we are making a tour to this place. So at the very beginning, who has written this? Coorg? Lokesh Abrol. Who is Lokesh Abrol? Lokesh Abrol is a doctor. He is a writer. He is not so much renowned as like William Wordsworth or John Milton, but then he is actually a person who goes here and there in India, and whatever he sees, he just takes it down in his notebook. And Coorg is also as such one of the compositions of him. He is also a social entrepreneur, and then he also concerned for the unprivileged children who are lagging behind from education, isn't it? So he is a well person. He is a very good person. So let's get into this composition, this work, Coorg. As you might have come across the geographical area where Coorg is actually located, then you will get to understand where it is. See, you must have heard this name, Mangalore and then Mysore. Okay, so Coorg is just the midpoint, is the center of Mangalore and Mysore. Now, as I have written here, that Mangalore is a city where Arabian Sea meets. Okay, so we can say that coastal town of Mangalore. Okay, coastal town of Mangalore, and then Coorg is just the midpoint, and then Mysore is just the another. So if you start driving from Coorg towards Mangalore, then it will take 138 kilometers. Okay, and then if you just go towards Mysore, then it will take approximately 118 kilometer. It is by road transportation. Okay, and these are all the places situated in Karnataka. That's a southern part of India. Okay, southern state of India. Now we will talk about Coorg as what the author thinks of this particular district. Coorg is actually a district. So first of all, he writes that Coorg district is very much famous for warriors, and then men, and then wild creatures, isn't it? Coorg, this particular name used to be very much well used, but then nowadays Kodagu is the name that has been used. Kodagu spelling should be like this: K-O Kodagu. Okay, K-O-D-A-G-U. Kodagu. This is again a small district. This is just the name in the place of Coorg. Coorg used to be called earlier time, but this time what is to be called? Kodagu, isn't it? And then this place, Coorg, this district actually covers around 30% of rainforest, and then there are varieties of species can be found. In addition to it, you will also get to see a great amount of coffee plantation. Okay, and then as this is an evergreen forest, most of the places of Coorg district occupied by evergreen forest, so you will also get to see there is a maximum amount of monsoon take place on a regular basis. Therefore visitors come from different parts of the country, or maybe from the abroad as well, so they prefer to start coming right from the month of September till March. Let's assume September, and then October, November, December, Jan, Feb, March. And then what happens next? Coffee production also takes place in large amount. coffee production also takes place in large amount. You will also get to see there are tree canopies or tree coverings, like this is the bungalow. This is the bungalow of the people who colonized there, and all the tree branches like this stick to the walls, outer walls of these bungalows. Okay, even on the rooftop also the branches can be found like this. So this is called tree canopies. Okay, tree canopies can be found in this scene, and then all the colonial bungalows can be found. Actually, as a matter of fact, the Greek and the Arabic descents had come there, and then they started settling there. How it all started? It all started with the arrival of Alexander and his army at one point of time in the history. Okay, and then he came there, but then he was unable to get back from where he came from, isn't it? And then when he started living over there, then the scenario of marriage, and then the other traditions, local traditions, and then the local religious rites had been impacted. When Alexander came to dominate Coorg, and he was unable to go back, his some of the people lived there, and then they started marrying the local brides of Coorg, and then there each and everything started happening, and it was very impactful. Before Alexander's arrival, it was thoroughly Hindu prone area, but then when he came, and then his men started marrying the people who were locals. So since then each and everything got impacted, isn't it? And then they are in a habit of using or donning up, wearing up kupia dress. Kupia dress is actually worn by Kodavas, Kuppia. This is the spelling, Kuppia. This is a kind of dress. This is a kind of dress. Okay, Kuppia dress. And who try to wear this kind of dress? Kodavas. That actually resembles like the kuffia. Kuffia, Kuffia. Kuffia. That approximately resembles like the kuffia. That is actually, and this kuffia dresses actually worn by the Arabian people, Arabs. Okay, and the Kurds. Okay, now who are Kurds? Kurds are the people, native people who actually belong to Khudiristan. Now Khudiristan is a region that is located in Iraq in the present time. Okay, and then if you talk about the inhabitants of Coorg, the individuals, the local native people of Coorg, they are actually very hospitable. They are very warm, welcoming. Okay, and you may also come across many a tale, many a story of valor and then bravery and then courage. Okay, they had fought many battles, and they came back winning all of them. And as a matter of fact, you would be surprised to know that there is a regiment called Coorg regiment that actually received many awards for showing bravery in war. And you will also be surprised to know that General Cariappa, the first India's army chief, was also belonged to Coorg district only. So these are the tales that we can differentiate how the people of Coorg were very much brave, and they had valor in their blood. Okay, and then if you talk about natural habitat, how it is, there is Kaveri river that obtains its water from hills and then forest. Again, these hills and this forest, both all these things are found in Coorg in itself. Okay, and then there is Mahashir. This is a kind of fish, Mahashir, Mahasser. Mahashir. This is a kind of fish that is also found there. And then kingfishers also dive into the water. Actually, the writer is seeing all these scenarios in front of him and just writing it down. So whatsoever he is seeing, he is just writing, and we are only reading his composition, his work, whatsoever he has written. So that's why we are getting to see that kingfishers are also just taking a dive into the water. And then what Lokesh Abrol next episode he is trying to show. He is showing squirrels and then langurs are also found in this district, and it is said that he is saying that once squirrels eaten the half fruit, and then after eating the half fruit, the squirrels are dropping it down into the water. Why they are dropping it down into the water? Because they actually wanted to see the rippling effect of the water. For example, for making it more clear, if you are present here, and then this is a pond or this is a water body, okay, and then you are throwing a stone, okay, you are throwing a stone, and then the very first drop, when it will enter the water, what kind of effect will it produce? It will produce a rippling effect, okay, like this, like this, like this. So as such scene, as such image, the author is trying to throw onto us, okay, and who is doing all this? Squirrels are doing, okay. And then we are also getting a view of elephants. Okay, elephants are being bathed and cleaned by the caretakers there. Okay, so this is all about very natural habitat, and then animals, for example squirrels and then birds and then elephants are all one by one, the author is trying to show how they are reacting, how they are living, or how what they are doing in their respective works, like that. And then once we complete this animal scenario, now we talk about some of the sportive spirit in there. Laid back individuals, the people who are very sportive in nature, the carefree people, okay, they try to play, they like playing canoeing. What is canoeing? Canoeing is a kind of sport in which, for example, this is a narrow boat, let's example, and there is a huge amount of water, and there is a strong current of water waves, okay, strong currents of water waves these are. And once you enter this water body, with the help of this current, the boat started floating automatically, and the person who is holding this particular boat, he is just getting an adrenaline rush all throughout. So that's how it is adventurous in spirit. And then what's next? What's next? Next we are getting rock climbing. Now rock climbing is very well understood, okay, and then mountain, then we are getting rappelling. Okay, we are getting rappelling. Rappelling is what? Rappelling, for example, if I give you like this is the mountain cliff, for example, okay, and then the mountaineer, let's say he has tied down here a rope, and then with the help of this rope he is holding onto this rope. The climber is slowly coming down. The climber is slowly coming down. So this is the particular scenario that the author is trying to show in front of us. And then mountain biking. Now what is mountain biking? Mountain biking, you must have watched Chennai Express, where Shah Rukh Khan and Deepika Padukone, they were driving the car onto the mountainous region, and that was in a zigzag way like this, isn't it? Like Kashmir to Kanyakumari, in that scene you can see he was driving, SRK was driving his car. So that was the scene of a mountainous region. So here in this particular district, you will also get to see as such scene, as such natural scene, and people like their mountain biking a lot. And then walking trails are also found, like walking trails, like if for example, if I am to give you that this is a dense forest, for example, okay, or everywhere it is a grassy area, and just for example, I have walked down through this path, okay, and now you will find me by seeing the footprints of mine, okay, onto the grass. So that footprints you are getting of mine onto the grass, that will be called walking trails. Is that clear? Now the next one is then again we come back to the animal kingdom, where we are getting to see bees, and then birds, and then butterflies, then macaws, then malabar, and then squirrels, then langurs, and then slender look like they have a big face and big eyes, and their mouth is like this. Okay, and they have a tail. So at such a scene, the author is trying to show in front of us. Okay, so this is the very image of slender loris. This is the very image of slender loris. And then next on what we get to see, we also come across that the whole scenario that the author is trying to show in terms of words, this is actually part of his autobiography. This is not the thorough or complete work of his autobiography. This is just a phrase or a part of his autobiography. Why we can say, why am I saying this is autobiography? Because I has been used in the text. I has been used in the text. So by which we can identify, we can recognize that the whole composition has been written by him, and it is a very vivid scenario that he is seeing and observing. Now he says, the author says by using I, that he always takes a long distance from the white elephants. The author says that he takes a long distance from the white elephant. Okay, and next on what we get to see, he is showing us Brahmagiri hills. What he is showing us? He is showing us Brahmagiri hills. Now if you get on the Brahmagiri hills, if you get at the top of the Brahmagiri hills, then you will get to see the panoramic view of the whole district of Coorg. For example, this is the hill, this is the Brahmagiri hills. Okay, and if you just get on at the top of this hill, then you will get to see the whole Coorg district down below in this manner. Okay, and then another very breathtaking moment you can also feel if you just if you just take a walk across the rope bridge, and after completing this after completing the walking across the rope bridge, you will find 64-acre of island. Okay, and it was the island of Nisargadaha. It was the island of Nisargadaha. And then you will be astonished to see the Tibet settlement as well. So much of plethora of things, so much of enormous of things into this settlement, or everything has been embodied as a whole. So you will also get to see there then the Tibetan settlement, and this Tibetan settlement is located in Bailakupi, where you will get to see a large amount of Buddhist monks presence. They are present and they are donning up, they are wearing up what kind of attire and which of the colors they really prefer to wear, they really prefer to don up. The first one is red, and then ochre, and then yellow. Now, did you ever hear about this particular word, ochre? O-C-H-R-E. This is actually a pale brownish yellow color, isn't it? And then this is how, if you just take it into one package, then we can claim it, we can call it, even the author himself also calls it the heart and soul of India that can be seen in Coorg, isn't it? So this is the whole scenario is termed as the piece of heaven. Coorg is actually called by the author as the piece of heaven. So up to this, now if you want to make all these things more clearer, then you may watch Maharaja movie, where most of the mountainous regions and then forest regions have been depicted. Okay, and then you can also watch Kal movie. Okay, again the same thing is there, and then Chennai Express partly just you can associate all these scenarios with that movie Chennai Express. So I hope you really enjoyed it, and wherever you feel any kind of difficulty, do ask me in the comment section. So subscribe to my channel, give the comments in the comment section, and like the video. Thank you so much for your time.